Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Everyday Inspiration today. Be wise. If there's one thing that I have learned over the years is to be wise. And when I think about some of the things that I have done, when I look back on my past life and I think about how unhappy I was or how miserable I was, out of all the times that I complained and that I gossiped and that I put myself down and I put others down, what I really learned about those situations and those events is that, yes, I learned from it, but I would not repeat it. In other words, I have learned that it's not wise to be mean to myself or to be mean to other people. Being rude, not being aware, being unconscious is not wisdom, is not being wise. And, it seems like, well, it doesn't seem like my whole life is dedicated and with my primary intention to live from my spiritual heart, to move beyond my human heart and my human mind, and live from my spiritual heart, which means it's invisible. There's a mystical side to it. There is a life force that's living within me that I'm absolutely aware of 24/7 all the time. As a matter of fact, I have never been unconscious from it. I'm always conscious of this life force. So wisdom comes from being able to use my body, to listen to my body, to use my mind, to listen to my mind, to listen to my heart, to feel my heart, and the physical intelligence guides me and points me in a direction. And the direction it goes is right to my consciousness. My consciousness is constantly aware of my body, constantly aware of my mind and its contents, constantly aware of my heart and its feelings, all the range of emotions. But my consciousness is where the true, authentic wisdom comes from. So when I say be wise, it means to live from this place of this felt sense of presence, of this knowingness. And it's so, I don't want to say powerful, because it's not like there's something over here trying to control over here. It's like the awareness, the consciousness that I have, it's infinite. There's no shape or size to it. It's not limited to a thought or to a finger or to a brain. If I meditate and contemplate on this, it's omnipresent. It's infinite. And it's like, when the great religious masters, or when Jesus, for example, said the kingdom of God is within, or I and the Father are one, it's like this I-ness, this Godness, this life-ness, this source-ness. That is what my awareness or my consciousness is rooted in. So a primary, or not a primary, but an example I want to share is like, if I eat rotten food, for example, it will make me sick. It'll taste bad in my mouth, it'll gurgitate in my stomach, and if I don't have some type of very fast bowel movement of an upset stomach or something, I could even throw it up. My body will naturally get rid of the toxin that comes in the body, right? So I know you're aware of this. And the same is true with my mind. My mind, when I hear garbage that comes in, when I hear things that are mean, rude, inconsiderate, nasty, or just very subtly, like I know I shouldn't be listening to this or watching this or hearing this, I know because I'm fully aware and I'm conscious. So if I'm wise, I can turn away and not put my attention towards that. Because if I don't, my body, in conjunction with my mind, will try to vomit or will try to extricate, to release the bad thought. So it's the same thing as bad food or bad thought. The body and mind are pure and holy unless I am unwise and I fill it and I hold on to it. And that is a very painful thing to do. Look at your own life. I can look at mine. We all have stories. Oh, hello, Ann Ross. Thank you for watching. So I hope you get a felt sense of what wisdom really means. And it's like being wise and aware of what's going on with your body, with your mind, with your heart. And I can fill my body with truth and grace and love. I can fill my mind with truth and grace and love. I can fill my heart with truth, grace, and love. And what makes this hard is when I'm feeling pain in my heart or pain in my head or pain in my body, that doesn't mean I can be unwise. No, continue to fill my life experience with truth, grace, love, and joy. Oh, and it's awesome. And all at once, there's like this awakening that happens. There's this transformation that happens where all suffering becomes joy, where all joy is already joy. It's not like I'm going towards joy or away from joy. It's not like I'm going towards suffering or away from suffering. Life is life. And when I learn through wisdom, through knowledge and experience, when I learn to experience that, oh my gosh, it transforms the way that I live, the way that I think, the way that I feel, the way that I acknowledge myself, and the way that I acknowledge others. This is my words of everyday inspiration today. This is Russ Mobley. Many people call me Heart Walker. Why? Because they see that I live from my spiritual heart, not my earthly heart. This is not easy, but it's very simple. So what we do, we come together as a people. We come together as a people with like minds and like hearts and like bodies, and we empower each other. We empower each other. We're pack animals. We're on this round planet. There's no walls. We're all here together. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. And if you hate your neighbor, guess what? You hate yourself. And if you love your neighbor, guess what? You love yourself. Whatever we see on the external world is exactly what's going on in our mind and our heart. Exactly to the T. It doesn't lie. So don't beat up yourself. Love yourself. Be gentle. Be kind. Be wise. Have a beautiful day.